Hello and welcome back to the Guitar Bay. I'm Takis.
I'm Danny. What we're drinking today, mate?
Today we're drinking wine, Danny, red wine. We've got this Negro Amaro, which is Italian, I'm guessing. Just red wine, you know.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Danny.
And red wine on a cold day to celebrate a new guitar.
It's because I made you so happy last time with the Revstar. I thought I'm gonna
best guitar yet.
I'm gonna keep making you happy. This one is just over the 4-figure mark new. I paid 800 euros for it, which is the most I've spent for a guitar on the Bay, I think, myself.
This is it, right?
This is the one, yes. So
it's like in the €1,000 mark new, but you got it for...
Here's what I'm gonna say about this guitar. It's, you know, given the guitars that I like and I prefer, and the guitars that you like and you prefer, this sits somewhere in the middle. It's like the perfect mishmash.
Is it traditional guitar?
Ish. Nah. No. Well, the shape is, but it's not a traditional.
Okay, I'm stumped a bit.
Sorry, I confused you.
Oh man. Damn, this is nice already.
What is it? You know,
it's a Schecter.
And you can tell which one it is, right?
It's a Nick Johnston, yeah.
It's the Nick Johnston Telecaster.
It's heavy.
It is heavy.
Yeah.
Compared to your Strat, to the Nick Johnston Strat, which is the Schecter that Danny has been playing.
Oh my god. I love my Nick Johnston Strat
so
much.
I'm not going to say much, but this is... I can tell you later. I would like to hear your impressions first, because this is... sits somewhere in the middle between the Nick Johnston Strat and a Telecaster. And even though it's a T-shaped guitar, in many ways it's not a Telecaster.
This is gorgeous.
But it's unbelievably, it's too good for me.
No.
I think it is.
And it's got a humbucker in the...
I think that's the only...
splittable humbucker single coil, so you can split the neck humbucker.
Yes, I think that's the only pickup configuration you will find the Telecaster, the Nick Johnston Telecaster in. And of course it's an American model and an Indonesian model. This is the Indonesian model. Because the American one is north of 2,000. And it is heavy compared to the Schecter, which is feather light.
Yeah.
Sorry, the Strat Schecter, because that's also Schecter. It's quite a heavy guitar, which I like.
Feels familiar. Is that the beam stock, or is that you?
This is exactly the reason why this guitar was sold about 200s less as a B stock, which I think is fair enough.
Oh, you just put a bit of dye in there, it will be gone.
Or just leave it as it is.
It feels like my neck. It feels like my Strat neck. And yeah, the inlays are the same. It's got the modern style Telecaster bridge.
As you would expect, yeah.
Truss rod down at the bottom there.
Yes.
Lovely roasted maple neck. Very much a fan of that.
Ebony fretboard.
Which is also sweet.
Locking tuners, of course.
Honestly, if I close my eyes, this feels like, from here, it feels like my Strat, which is home. And it rings up. We had a nice comment on a recent video, someone just recently saying, I like that you tried it acoustically
on the Revstar, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
And that is the sign of a good
guitar.
Electric guitar. Yeah, guitar in general.
Right. That's right. Electric guitar, you just take it and you give it a plink, how it rings. So this is a splittable humbucker.
Cool.
And it's not trying to be a Telecaster in that sense, right? So it has the shape. It has a twangy bridge, I would say, but it's not. If you want a Telecaster, there's no reason to go near this. But this is a modern take on a Telecaster, and I am digging it.
Cool.
Way too much for me to give it away.
Nice. Let's
and yeah, let's plug it in.
Let's plug it in. Give her a shot.
Different output, right? So we started jamming today. You had the Strat,
Yeah.
I had the Sire, the Larry Carlton T7, and now with the humbucker especially, it's just different output, much more bass, very warm.
Woolly kind of.
Yeah, in kind of woolly territory, but then when you split, it just opens up
Yeah.
and does it really nice. And
Yeah,
it's something Danny just showed me, by the way, I didn't know this, that when you have locking tuners, it's okay to fine tune without releasing the lock. I was too afraid to do that, but it actually worked because the guitar was a bit off tune, and yeah, I learned something.
Tuners.
That's
Great
very good.
tuners.
They are great tuners, actually.
How clear, like every note you hear through the chords. I was purposely like digging in hard to the G chord, and you can hear every note.
Well, articulation, I think the tall frets, especially when you play, I mean, we're talking about chords now, but when you play phrases and when you play fast, the articulation is there. And you know this neck quite well because it's the same depth. It's a shallow neck. It's
You've got 10s on here though, right?
I've got 10s.
So it feels slightly heavy for me. I played 9s, 9.5s.
But the Revstar had 10s too.
Yeah.
You know, much slinkier. It's the tension
The radius
of the guitar is different.
what's it called again?
The scale.
Scale, yeah. What does it sound like though? Does it sound like a Tele? I don't know. It's like that. It does, you know.
Give me some hard rock, and then I'll just give you the Mexican
Same
here.
riff.
I mean, that's a glorious guitar too, and it sounds really good. But this is more modern. This is
A bit bassier, this, I think.
you found. I felt this was bass.
Oh, really?
What do you think? I dig the color. Tiny amount of reverb, nothing else. Clean, just completely clean. And that's the bridge. Tone up, volume up.
Sounds real good.
That's mid position split with a humbucker split. Clean hot rod, nothing else, not a sausage. And it's not exactly a Telecaster neck. It's milder. It's more modern, I think.
Very well balanced pickups for sure. They fit well together. There's no drop in volume. It's not out there, here or there. It's
Well, now I'll go to humbucker, and you tell me if there's drop or increase in volume. Dark, warm.
reminds me of the 339 a bit.
The 339, yes, sounds like a 339 or 335 in the neck. Humbucker stuff, you know. Which I reckon works really well with a high woolly distortion if you want to play, you know, violin-y kind of leads. And that's mid with the humbucker engaged. Which sounds to me more like a traditional Telecaster neck if I have mid position with a humbucker on.
I would agree.
And the purple one comes in. So I'll go humbucker neck. Mid. Some cleaning. Split. Neck. And mid. Very articulate. And bridge.
It's got some meat to that. Awesome sounding guitar.
Modern, very
Yeah.
modern sound. And it plays so, like I said, it's too good for me. And then the usual thing that I do is I just roll the volume off a bit. And where am I now? I'm neck, split.
Next split.
Even less.
These guitars are so damn good. These Schecters. Nick Johnston has just done an unbelievable job with making these.
But he never plays like that, does he? He always plays like, I don't know. used to playing with tall frets. You can see that I'm struggling. Like I said,
there's not a bad sound comes out of that guitar, to be honest. It's just all great.
it's like a studio guitar, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, you have it there and you do everything. And it feels so good and it looks gorgeous.
These guitars are unreal, really, really. For the money, they're just unreal. I don't care if it's made in Indonesia, which I think it is, right? This
It
one
is,
as
yes.
well.
Just like your
I don't
Strat.
care. It's a friggin' awesome guitar.
I'm getting too many Telecasters.
Yes, you are.
I think I have 5 now. We need to do something about it. So yeah, we should do something about it. Like an episode.
Shall we jam it?
Yeah, let's jam.
Technical difficulties today, but wow, what a great guitar! Under $1,000. This thing is unreal.
Yeah, it's anyway, that's the guitar. It's magic. And you were saying to me earlier that you're amazed at Schecter and what kind of guitars they make for that price point.
Best guitars for under $1,000, I think. And this thing does all the tones. It does the Les Paul 335 style neck tones with the split. You've got the typical Telecaster neck tone. It has its own sound. Doesn't just sound like a Telecaster or a Les Paul in the neck. It's so articulate. Sounds so good. Feels amazing. You're gonna have to like a thin neck if you like this.
That's right. Yeah, and I'm still trying to decide how much. I'm still appreciating this guitar. I think I haven't spent enough time with it. And like I said a few times earlier today, I think it's too good for me. But you know, maybe it's a good motivation for me to get better. And I wanted to have, you know, your Nick Johnston Stratocaster kind of brother.
Yes.
So we can be Schecter brothers when we play, when we jam. It's such a good guitar, and it's gorgeous too. I mean, look at it. It's a fantastic color.
So what's your bandwidth in?
I'm not going to go band this time. I'll go artist. Because I thought about this and I couldn't think of anything that I really am crazy about. And the one thing that I could go, okay, I actually had to check a list because nothing could come organically. And I saw Neil Young and I was like, okay, that's me. I love Neil Young. I love his, I think he's my favorite kind of acoustic guitar singer-songwriter. Very, very musical. I love his voice. I love his lyrics.
Kind of
Harvest.
falls in that kind of Bob Dylan.
Yeah, I would take
It's
Neil
kind
Young
of-
over Bob
yeah.
Dylan any day of the week and twice on a Sunday. So Neil Young is just very, very, it's much more musical and enjoyable to listen to. I think Bob Dylan has great songs, but all his songs have been done better by other people. You know, I can't
Yeah.
really stand listening.
Oh, it's horrid. It's horrid.
But Neil Young is great, and his acoustic playing is great. And my favorite record is a bit of a cliche. It was Harvest. Harvest Moon or Harvest? Harvest, just Harvest, I think. There's another record called Harvest Moon. with fantastic songs, very, very touching. And he was only in his mid-20s when he wrote that. And everything is done with Crazy Horse and with Crosby, Still, Nash and Young. Yeah, Neil Young is my guy and my favorite N artist. Is yours Nickelback or something?
No, not today.
Sorry.
I mean, it would be. I'm also struggling with an N, but I'll go Nirvana. I think, you know, I think I've spoken about Nirvana before. You go through phases. Sometimes you can hear them for hours on end. Sometimes it just annoys you. But yeah, of course, Kurt Cobain, and really interesting channel on YouTube. I will link it somehow. This guy is way bigger than us, but whatever. He's recreated the sounds from Utero and some of Kurt's sounds, really to the geeky point of the cabs, and he's built his own impulse responses. I don't know if you've seen it. Really good.
So she's doing all the sounds from In Utero and from
yes.
Nevermind, and
he's A-B'd it. He's got the guitars, he's got the Jags, he's got the Strats, he's got the aluminium guitar that Kurt famously used, and he's got it down to the point.
Okay.
And the sounds are actually huge from that album.
They're very heavy for the time. And Nirvana is a weird case because I think we'll never be able to do them justice and be objective about them because they have all that mythology, you know, surrounding them, and it's difficult to just strip everything and just keep the music. But it's such just raw production and heavy sound, and defined the whole grunge thing. And you know, Dave Grohl.
I saw Tommy Emmanuel was playing Nirvana style. Did you see the Rick Beato interview? Really good as well.
No, was it?
He was saying he wrote a song, you know, influenced by Nirvana, and that's so cool. I think
that in itself is very, very interesting. And I mean, Nirvana is Nirvana. What can you say?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
That's it. Right, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, tell your friends, and
all the rest. And some Negro Amaro to finish this.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Take
Cheers,
care.
everyone. See you soon.
Bye-bye.